Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ninth race of the season here from Daytona International Speedway. It is NSRA Sunday Select here, racing in the trucks here at Daytona. A little bit different look to you guys tonight. Got a little different overlay to show you guys, so excuse us if we have some problems here um, with some of the graphics here. We're trying something new, trying to upgrade a little bit for you guys tonight. Right now on the track, there's the four-car Chris Akers, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, out there qualifying right now. You see on the left-hand side, that tower there will show you as they come across and put some laps down. As is the case, usually this first lap here for these guys, run up high, burn as much fuel as possible, get as much wear on those tires. There's a couple laps right there in the 52s, mid 52s, so this second lap will be much better for these guys. Do have a second man in the booth tonight. Rick Greenway will be joining us here shortly. Rick's raced with the NSRA for a number of years and decided to come up in the booth with me for the remainder of this year, so we're going to welcome him. I'm sure he'll provide some good insight what these guys are seeing and what's going on. These guys have about 5 minutes to qualify, so we're about halfway through that before we get down to the green, get ready to grid up and go for a race, go racing. I swear I'll be able to talk eventually by the end of this thing.
And I'm actually here now, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's Rick Greenaway. He's joining us, second man in the booth. How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing excellent. It's good to be here. Gonna have some fun here tonight. Like you said, our new look. We've been working on this for, God, it feels like forever now.
Yeah, it's only been about 2 weeks, but Rick was instrumental in getting our last overlay set up. We thank Rick immensely for that. He's instrumental with this too, helping me. I'm not technology savvy, but I'll get there. Right now we're just watching qualifying. There's Daniel Holloway in the 21, two-time series champ. Right now sitting in 6th. Les Levy into 62. Ricky Bobby just wants to go fast. We'll see if Les can stay out of trouble tonight.
Wants to go fast and tell everybody they're number one.
Exactly. Got about 45 seconds left here in qualifying. There's the 13, Casey Gilchrist. As he told me earlier tonight, he's just here to push someone to a win. That would be someone probably in his Remembering Ryan team. We'll see what they can do.
Dana Osborne's on the track right now getting his laps in.
He's got about 5 seconds, not going to make it around all the way. Looks like JD Crow's the one that's going to be on the pole tonight. On the pole tonight, JD Crow in the 51, alongside JD in the second place. Paul Servant. Inside row 2, Mark Mann in the 04. Outside Mark, Casey Gilchrist in the 13. In row 3, you have Sean Stevens in the 27. The 343 of Russ Hancock is outside of row 3. Inside of row 4, Daniel Holloway in the 21. Outside row 4, the 83 Shane Posey. Inside row 5, you have Anthony English in the 44. And outside of Anthony's, the 62 of Ricky Bobby, Les Levy. In row 6, you have Russ McCarron in the 23, and outside Russ, Michael Hinton in the 63. This is where we're going to struggle here with this thing. Can't get it to go to the next set. They are gridding up. That is your top 12.
Starting 13th, you're going to have Chris Whitaker in the 41. Starting 14th, Zach Fritsch in the 12. 15th, David Overstreet in the 46. Starting 16th, Dana Osborne in the 88. Starting 17th, you have Sean Macra. Starting 18th, Isaac Wilson. Woo. Starting 19th, Todd Poston. Starting 20th, you have Chris Akers. Starting 21st, Donald Bennett. 22nd, Daniel Harrington. 23rd, Adam Evans. 24th, you have Ben Pedersen. And that is your starting lineup for tonight's NSRA at Daytona.
There you go. Rick saves the day. See, there you go. We'll figure it out eventually. Make it so y'all can see. Just tonight, 80 laps here at Daytona. It's a 2.5 mile oval. It's 80 degrees out there. So nice and cool. Track conditions, 108 degrees on the track. So racing should be good.
Anytime we're at Daytona, it's a good race. You'll see guys trying to go 3 wide, trying to make a move to the front. I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Candy Shack guys trying to get all together, take it 3 wide to get them up to the front. The Remember Ryan crew, they're always going to be solid. And then who can not forget the Fuel Sim guys with Mark Mann and them. They're always a force to be reckoned with if they're not wrecking.
And, just tonight also, we had a back-to-back winner the last 2 weeks, DJ Mitzley. He's our points leader. He is not here tonight. He had some pressing issue. It's his daughter's birthday. Wish her a happy birthday. Actually, his twin daughters, both of them. We wish both of them a happy birthday. And we look forward to DJ coming back next week when we go to the iRacing Super Speedway.
Yeah, definitely wish them a happy birthday. Don't want to make the wife mad and going down racing.
Exactly.
They're cleaning up and you're downstairs racing. Doesn't go over well.
About ready to come into turn 4. Pace car should get off here in just a second, and then we're going to go green. Green is up to the flagman here, but JD is going to lead him down there. And we're green. JD Crow with a great start there. Good push by the 04. Paul in the 3. Looking to get a push there from Mr. Casey Gilchrist. He's going to get it there going into turn 1.
Can already see some of the other drivers in the back trying to just sit back, form their own little group, and hopefully be there at the end.
That's the key here. You just want to make it to the end. These guys have 2 fast repairs, 2 resets, but you want to make it to the end and be there for the checkered flag and be up front. Still JD Crow there in turn 3 is leading. Great push there by Mark Mann, the 04. You have the 27, Sean Stevens up there. Sean, ooh, Mark Mann gets a little out of shape there.
Yeah, Mark's going to get shuffled down to the back.
And he's probably fine with that. He just wants to finish a race and get a win. Sometimes going to the back's not a bad thing. Now you got JD Crow pushing Paul Servant. That little wiggle by the 04 gave Paul enough momentum, and the 51 got caught back with no momentum with that little bit of a push there from the 04.
Yeah, and Chris Whitaker just dumped to the back also.
Here comes the 21, Daniel Holloway on the outside trying to make that move. Trying to get up there with his teammate, Paul Servant. JD Crow's going to jump in front of him. That is a move we've seen all season. You go from second place on the low side, just jump in front of that top groove and that momentum, just go around and get the lead. JD trying to clear Paul, just can't make it happen here. 62 of Les Levy coming into the picture. 44, Anthony English right there too. Ooh, Russ Hancock in the 343 came down dangerously close to turning, getting to the 44 there. Still a drag race there between the 21 and the 51. Side by side there they are, door to door. Little side drafting going on. Third lap so far. Down at turn number 1, still J.D. Crowe there. Daniel Holloway trying to make it happen, just can't clear him at all. Probably not getting, needs 343 probably to get a little closer to 13, get a better shove probably than 13 then if you can get Russ Hancock. There is Paul Servant down below the yellow line. And there, that just killed all of JD's momentum, and Casey and Daniel Holloway able to get out in front of him. 1-2. Now Russ Hancock leads that top line.
And Paul Servant drops back. He's now in the 19th place.
Paul's been with NSRA since we started. He has no problem going from the back to the front. Good race car driver. This season's not been his best. He's been snake bitten. Still top 10 in points though. He's always a challenge for the win, it seems like. There goes Anthony English to the back. So maybe could be some team play here. Anthony English part of Candy Shack with Paul Servant. Maybe he's going back there to make sure Paul does not lose the draft.
Yeah, I mean, they got a bunch of guys back there. You got Paul, you got Dana.
3 wide right there in the front. Russ Hancock right in the middle, getting close. Shane Posey went around him.
They can get a couple more cars on that high side. They can make that work and make a run for the lead there. It's going to be tough with just 2 cars on the high side.
The key is that 31. Let's see what Todd Poston does. Is he going to go up there with the 12 and the 63, or is he going to stay behind Akers? He's going to stay behind Chris.
And yeah, more than likely it's all about relationships and who you know and who you don't know and who you trust.
Akers slides down there below his team, right behind his teammate 21. Holloway slides up, gets into the 3-4. Oh, we have an incident. Les Levy. They're wrecking right there. There it is. Russ Hancock involved. Todd Poston involved.
Dan Harrington, Isaac Wilson, all involved.
Let's go back and look at what happened here. See Dan Harrington, see the incident coming up. They're just stacked up. Looks like the 21 just gets a little loose maybe. Speed up just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like we had a couple incidents. It looks like Holloway there got spun around too. So we had like 2 incidences on this event.
The 343 moved up. The 12 got in the wall. Then Daniel Holloway got down below the yellow. It just lost all of his speed. Russ Hancock got in the middle of him. Had nowhere to go. And there goes Russ around. Todd Poston gets into him. Casey Gilchrist is involved. J.D. Crowe. Let's see. It looks like Isaac Wilson also involved in the incident. I didn't see Dan Harrington there. Lots of cars, though, coming into pits now under caution. Their leader right now is the 83 Shane Posey. He's going to come in, get some gas.
Yeah, Dan was involved with that incident with Les.
I'll have to see if I can't go back and find what happened there. Just all sorts of stuff going on here. All kinds of cars. There it is right there. Casey gets into Isaac, which gets into Dan. Collects left Levy. So that's that part. That's that second part of the incident that we saw.
Yeah, it was mayhem all over the place.
Back live now. Looks like JD Crow's going to lead him off of pit road. Got a couple cars that stayed out. They may be staying out to get a wave around. You got Michael Hinton in the 63, Sean Stevens in the 27, Adam Evans a winner already this season in the 25, and looks like JD Crow will be coming after that, after Adam Evans. It does show those gentlemen did pit though, so they may have gotten gas only. Some of the guys behind them may have gotten tires, so that's how they could have got out in front. So your leader right now, the 63, Michael Hinton. We're going to go green next time by. See him getting formed 2 by 2.
Adam Evans was a big winner on that pit stop. He gained 20 positions on that pit stop right there.
There you go. Adam Evans, he won this season already once. He won, I believe, at iRacing Super Speedway last time we were there.
I believe you're right.
I may be old, but I still have a memory. So a little bit. Now so a couple guys dropped into the pits just to top off with fuel. And we're on lap 9. We'll go green on lap 10. A lot of racing to go. Pace car leading him into turn 3. They need to get formed up a little better than they are. They got a little bit of time. .80 miles an hour is pace speed here, so decent little pace. And here we go, getting ready to go green. Mike Layton's going to lead him, and it's green. We're back to racing. It'll be interesting, Rick, to see what happens here. Will these guys play it safe now, or are they going to go back 2, 3 wide, door to door?
Knowing these guys, they're going to push it even more. They're not ones that take it easy out there.
No, they're not. There you go. Michael Layton, 63, is going to lead him down the backstretch. Adam Evans alongside. Almost got into the side of the 63, so almost had another incident. But Adams is getting a good push from Sean Stevens in the 27 to get out in front of Michael Hinton. Mike may have given him a little bit of a break there by getting off the gas. I don't think he was quite clear enough. Also have a bunch of guys that as soon as the green flag came out and got off of turn 2, they slid below the yellow, went to the back again. So it seems like a lot of guys are going to go to the back of the field and play it safe for a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like we got 2 packs starting up here. Chris Whitaker is kind of leading the second pack there. And when you got, appears to be all the Candy Shack guys except for Chris Akers, who's probably trying to get up there to lead a lap for the points. But and then you got the lead pack.
Yeah, it looks like Sean Stevens able to get out in front of Adam Evans, the 25. So Sean Stevens, the 27, he is fighting for his points life right now to keep in the top 12 for the championship. Right now he is 12th, but only 1 point ahead of 13th. Need to be in the top 12 to get into the chase here at NSRA.
Yeah, it looks like there's a group, like a secondary group that's formed because they were starting to push and get close to that first group, and you saw Paul Savron just kind of back off, and that group kind of backed up from the lead group. So they're looking to gap out a little bit, drive around for a bunch of laps, and breathe there at the end.
There's this group right here. You got Chris Whitaker, Anthony English, Paul Servant, Dana Osborne, and the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Russ Hancock trying to catch the back end of that too. These guys just sitting in the back, playing it safe. Just trying to log laps right now. Again, still have 68 laps to go.
Yeah, and this strategy, sometimes it's a good strategy. Sometimes it can come back to bite you. You get a wreck in that lead group towards the back, and next thing you know, you're right up on it, and you're involved in it. So it doesn't always pay off to have a second group.
As it stands right now, JD Crow in the 51 car, leading them around. JD's led a lot of laps lately, trying to get into victory lane. Adam Evans gave him a shove, almost too much of a shove there in turn 3, between 3 and 4. But they're all right. You got 46 David Overstreet. He's new to the series this season, but he has been racing super speedways with the guys in NSRA for a long time. It's good to see David back in there. He's in the 46 Home Depot car. Hope to see him more often in this series. His best buddy Chris Akers in the 4 is right behind him. But they're both trying to push Shane Posey up towards the front. JD Crow slides up a little high up close to 83 Shane Posey, but they're fine. Trying to get a side draft, slow his momentum down a little bit.
That was a textbook side draft by JD. He was able to take that air right off that truck, and now they're out by 2 car lengths over Shane Posey.
Side draft's a balancing act here on iRacing. You just never know if you're going to get some what they call net code. Sometimes the computer likes to turn you even though you don't touch. But here's the 83 and the 46 right back there side by side with the 51. Let's see if JD side drafts a little bit again with him in the turns 3 and 4. Oh, Shane's got way clear. Great push there by the 46. JD's going to slide right up there in front of David Overstreet. He wants that lead back. Got a bunch of cars that are newer up here in the front. 23 Russ McCarron's up here. The 31 of Todd Poston is up here. Good to see Todd out here tonight. Wasn't sure if he was going to make it tonight. And you see that group that kind of checked back for a little bit. They've caught in this lead group. They're back in contention here with this lead group and got about 15 cars here.
But they're playing it smart too. They're not going too wide. They're just single file, lined up, not pushing each other. They're not even really bump drafting each other. They got a nice gap so they can keep with the pack, but yet not run each other over. So they're being smart and just letting the lead pack fight it out. And they're just trying to just stay there till the end. Not have to use any of their fast repairs so they can have them at the end to make a clean car for the end run.
There goes Shane Posey, still leads him around. Adam Evans pushing him around. JD Crow on the outside, trying to get back out in front. This group of 3 or 4 cars has just been trading the lead back and forth. And there goes JD back out in front of Shane Posey. JD gets a little loose there, going into 3, but collects it. That might open the door for David Overstreet. David's still getting a shove there by Chris Akers in the 4 car. Chris no doubt wants to lead a lap. He wants those points. He's in the top 10. Get point for leading the lap here at NSRA Sunday Select. Shane dangerously close to that left rear quarter panel. That's danger right there. Real easy to turn someone right when you do that.
And Dan Harrington has already posted the fastest lap of the race at a 47.74. That's a blistering lap around here. Maxing out at about 191. Let's see, Mark Mann hit 195 miles an hour in his truck.
These guys are flying. There goes Chris Akers, going to split the difference with David Overstreet and take him down the middle. He's got help with the 25 and the 23. Going to leave the 46 out to dry. He's going to fall back. His chances of leading anytime soon are fade away as he's going to slide in and get back behind. It looks like the 63. Chris Akers wants to lead, wants that point. He's trying his hardest right now. Could have an instance where some of those guys, they may have not pitted and they may need to come in because they sure are coming single file outside the 5 in that upper lane. There goes Chris Akers. He's going to collect the lead right there, start finish line, get his point.
No. It looks like actually everybody did pit on that caution, so we should be pretty well everybody coming in when we get ready to do green flag pit stops right around everybody at the same time.
It's just odd to see him so stretched up just all on the low line except for 4 or 5 cars. It's like they're getting ready, but they still have, let's say, 5 or 6 laps of green flag gas up in their tank. Should at least.
Yeah, they definitely should.
Should get about 17 laps or so, maybe 18 on a tank of gas here.
Yeah, whoever's leading is going to have the worst gas, but the guys in the back, they can pull out an extra lap or two just because of the drafting. So that's why it's not necessarily a good thing to be the front dog here, because you're going to burn the most gas.
Chris Akers in the 4 car, the Rhesus, leading the 25 in the Twix. We all know Rhesus is better than Twix, so it's a good thing he's leading. Don't let us down, Chris. They're leaving Michael Hinton 63. He goes high, lets Daniel Holloway inside of him. Holloway pushing the 23 of Russ McCarron. Everyone's kind of taking it easy right now. We're getting closer to green flag pit stops. So we'll probably stretch the field out a little bit and lead to a nice, good race, and we'll see what happens. Again, you start watching for these cars to let their teammates down on the low line. That's how we'll know it's coming close. Especially you got the 4 car up front, the 21 third car in that top lane. Yeah, the 21 is definitely going to try to pit with the 4 car. So when he slides down, that's when you know it's coming. Got the 88 Dana Osborne up there. I think he's got Paul Servant or behind him, the Candy Shack guys on that top lane, trying to get up there to Michael Hinton into 63.
Yeah, they got a power run going. They're going to get up there fast.
They're going to get up there, and then in about 3 laps, they're going to have to try to get down.
Exactly.
The 1 car, you see the Stars and Stripes number 35, Isaac Wilson, the wrecking ball. He's getting up there towards the front as Russ McCarron takes the lead in the 23. Nice shove there by Daniel Holloway. You see right there, pit stops are coming.
That they are. You can see the Candy Shack guys are backing off. They're going to try to get low so that they can pit shortly.
Let's see if all the field or I mean, Candy Shack definitely looks like they're coming in, don't they, Rick?
Yeah, they definitely do. Everybody, it's going to be interesting. It looks like everybody's lining up to pit. This could be very
Catastrophe.
interesting. Exciting, exciting. It's not a catastrophe when we're on our end.
Oh, that's the one thing. When you're out there driving, look at everyone's single file on the bottom line. I think they're all coming in. That's a lot of cars on pit road at one time. See what happens. See, Russ McCarron's going to stay out there. Candy Shack stayed out there as well.
JD Crow, Shane Posey, Michael Hinton, Casey Gilchrist, Sean Makra, David Overstreet, Russell Hancock are all into pit.
This is the game right now. Russ McCarron, I don't see any of his closest teammates at 31, Todd Poston, who sits in 6th, and Isaac Wilson's right behind him. So he does have some teammates there. So it looks like 3 Wide Motorsports going to pit with Candy Shack.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing on the radios, it sounds like the rest of the guys are going to be coming in now. And this is a big group, so this could get interesting.
There they go, diving down. Got to get her slowed down to 55. Hope you don't hit anyone. Hope you don't lock it up. Looks like they're going to do all right.
This is interesting. Dana Osborne and Paul Savant stayed out. They're the only 2 that stayed out. So everybody is pitted except for Paul and Dana. Hope they have enough gas to be able to get back around.
I'll bet you they have enough. They came in, they topped off there right before we went to green after that caution. So
this could be a race-winning move for these 2 if they can pull this off correctly and come out together and just work together. That this could definitely be a winning move.
Or the complete opposite.
Exactly.
There's your map. Shows you kind of where everyone's at. Here comes Dana. Here comes Paul. They got kind of separated there.
I'm wondering if Paul ran out of gas.
Yeah, you're probably true. That's probably right. And that's gonna kills you on this track.
Oh no, Paul's now caught up. So I just wonder if he just didn't want to collect Dana because he caught right up to him entering pit road.
Looks like Mark Mann's leading the group out. Mark Mann, Daniel Holloway right there. Isaac Wrecking Ball Wilson, the 35. And then there's Chris Akers, Adam Evans, and Sean Stevens. Looks like everyone made their pit stops and collected back up towards the front of the field. So, and here you go. Dana just left the pits. Paul is just leaving the pits. So those guys are going to have a hard time staying with this group. They're going to fall back, I'm going to say, about at least a straightaway. This is where having teammates is nice. You never see if any Candy Shack guys fall in the back so we get more cars. Help those guys get back to the main field. Looks like they're coming up on a lap car. The 12 car, he had to pit extra early. Zach Fritsch. He's been top 5 a few of these races recently. He's a newer driver to the series. It's all by himself. It's Zach Fritsch right there on the back stretch going into turn number 3. The leaders are right behind him in the middle of the back stretch. Mark Mann coming 2 by 2. Mark Mann being pushed by Holloway. On the outside, you have Adam Evans getting pushed by Russ McCarron. And then there's a 71, Sean McCarty's up here towards the front. Good to see Sean up here. That's all survival. We got about 50 laps to go. These guys just getting settled in. Got a green flag pit stop under their belt. See how they hit the 12 car. We'll see it. They're getting closer and closer.
Some of our big movers for the race. Adam Evans, our current leader, He's up 22 positions. Chris Akers up 15, and Sean McCarr is up 11 spots since the start of the race.
Down towards Mark Mann, your leader right now. Taking him to the start-finish line. Another lap led for Mark. Mark is a series champion with this NSRA Sunday Select. Won last season. I think last season. Maybe. No, not last season. Chris Akers won last season. Mark Mann won the season before.
Yeah.
And there you see Zach Fritsch surpassed him. Zach's on the high side, so love to see the lap cars do that and help these leaders out. Don't cause any kind of a incident. Just to go back just a little bit, let's take a look to see if we can't find Dana. Is he right there now?
Dana Osborne and Paul Savant have hooked up, so the two of them together, they're in 18th and 19th.
There we go. We got them right there. They are very nearly a half a lap behind. So that strategy did not pay off for them. Now they're just going to ride nose to tail, probably swap out every here and there, every lap or so they don't overheat. And they're just going to have to hope for a caution at this point. Still Mark Mann up there with Daniel Holloway, Adam Evans still getting pushed by Russ McCarron. It kind of settled in. Not a lot of maneuvering around here and now. I think these guys finally have gotten a flow a little bit. Doesn't it seem like that, Rick?
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, it seems to happen after the that first green flag pit stop. Get settled down, you get that stop, and it spreads out the field, and they just kind of glide. And then probably a lap 60, I wouldn't be surprised, 60, 70, we're going to probably see a caution. And then, it's going to be the all-out sprint to the finish. It just seems like that's the trend when it comes to these races.
Yeah, right now they're about, 7 laps into this fuel run. And here comes Daniel Holloway on the outside trying to get in front of Mark Mann. Going to get a heck of a push there from the 25. Just got to hope it's square so it doesn't turn him. Oh! And he got loose. And he's into his teammate, but they're under the yellow. We're going to stay on Mr. Holloway here. I don't think a caution's going to come out.
No caution. They spun down low. The green flag stays out. Adam Evans the lead. Russell McCarron second. Sean McCarr third. That's really going to ruin the night for Holloway and
Akers. Now, the positive they have going for them is their teammates are back there. So they might be able to hook up with their teammates and hope for a caution to eventually come out.
And I can honestly say it's not hope for a caution. It's more just stay on the lead lap for when a caution comes out, just with the trends of super speedways.
Right now it's Russ McCarron getting pushed by the 71 of Sean McCarr and Adam Evans. And J.D. Crow right there in fourth. You might see these guys chill out just a little bit after seeing what just happened. It took away about 3 or 4 nice cars. There's Todd Poston going to get a lap down here shortly. I think he had a violation on pit road.
And I'm thinking there might be damage on Daniel Holloway's cars. He's in the pits.
Yeah, he had some significant damage. It looked like side and front. So he'll go a lap down right there. That's going to hurt his chances. Dan Holloway, he is second in points. He was looking to make up some ground with DJ Mitzel, our points leader, not here tonight. So now, and then our third place in points, Todd Poston right there. You see him getting lapped as he stays on the top side. Might be a good night for the 04 and Mark Mann. He's fourth in points. Be nice to make some points up. As they all follow the 23, Russ McCarron. And Adam Evans and Dan Harrington up top.
I would like to just thank everybody who's watching, either on our YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook page. If you haven't gotten a chance to, do go like our Facebook page. Victory Lane Productions. Broadcasting. I don't know why I said productions. Victory Lane Broadcasting on Facebook.
Right there on the bottom right of our screen, you see our little logo. Many thanks to Michael Bromley for doing that for us. It's great work. Russ McCarron still out front, being pushed by Sean McCara, and Adam Evans on that outside with Harrington and David Overstreet behind him. Russ Hancock's back up there, Michael Hinton. And you have Casey Gilchrist and Mark Mann up front. Oh! A little into Dan Harrington right there. Sean McCara slid up high. Looks like everyone's going to be alright. That could have been terrible for the front. But it would be just what Candy Shack needs right now.
And Chris Akers is in the pit, so I wonder if he's working on some damage.
They were about 12 laps into the run, so could be just gonna fix it, fill it up, go back out there. Hope these guys come into the pits, then wreck.
Yeah, and he didn't use a fast repair either. He was sitting there getting all the fixes. So he's probably hoping that he can stay in the lead pack or be the first car a lap down and get the lucky dog.
Russ McCarron right there in the lead, being pushed by Sean McCara. Adam Evans slid down to the low side, so he sits at about 10th right now. He was in 3rd. Dan Harrington now leading that top line with David Overstreet right behind him. I think he had that Candy Shack incident, about 5-6 laps ago. He just had that incident 2 laps ago where it looked like the 71 slid up high and got into the 82. I think everyone's just going to kind of take it easy now for a few laps. Get this green flag pit stop under their belt, which should be coming up, I'm going to say, in about 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, about 4 laps. They're 14 laps into this run right now. So let's see. McCarron's 13 laps into this pit stop run. And 2nd, 3rd, 4th are 14 laps into this run. And the 5th place car is 13 laps. So, yeah, we'll be seeing him in the next 4 to 5 laps.
There's Chris Akers on the high side. He's going a lap down, maybe 2 laps down, actually. And a lot of the guys that were top 10 in points, they are struggling tonight. Or not here. I mean, they got the cars that are here that are up front that are in the top 10. Mark Mann in the 04. J.D. Crowe is 8th in points. He's in the 51. And after that, it's the 71. Sean McCara. He's in 11th place. He won at Talladega the first time through. 3rd race of the season. I think Sean Stevens in the 27. Again, he's 12th in points, so he's hanging on to that 12th position. A good finish tonight would push him further up in the standings, would be good for him the chase. Sean McCara also, if Sean can win, I mean, that'll be his 2nd win. And as per the rules, you get 2 wins here in the season, you automatically qualify for the chase. So that would be good for Sean.
So right now, Todd Poston, the 31 is the lap down. Daniel Holloway, the 21, are both 1 lap down. They're fighting for the lucky dog. The 12 of Fritz and Akers and Les Levy in the 62 are all 2 laps down.
Here they come down to the pits. The 71 leading them down. Russ McCarron staying out. Ooh, there's contact behind Sean Stevens. Got into the grass with Russ Hancock, but he saved it. He'll be all right. There's that 4 car, Chris Akers. You say Chris, how many laps down was Chris?
Chris is 2 laps down.
So he's going to sit there with these guys. These guys will go in. He'll get his lap back. He'll be 1 lap down. Then he'll be with that Todd Poston group and such. See what happens. David Overstreet under the yellow line. Maybe out of gas. I don't know what's going on with David Overstreet. Let's hear those guys come, and Zach Fritch and Chris Akers, they stay out. They have plenty of gas. Russ McCarron gets it slowed down. Yeah, Mark Mann, you see a little bit of damage there on the outside of his 04, but that shouldn't be a problem here at Daytona. The next group is being led by the 71, Sean McCara. This is the group we're watching right now. Sean, JD, and Casey Gilchrist in the 13. You got Shane Posey and Michael Hinton behind them. So kind of thinned out. There's only 5 cars in this group. They want to get out front of this bigger group that just came in. In fact, the 343 had some issues coming off of pit road, almost spun it out. But he was able to collect it, it looks like.
Probably took gas only, and coming out on the old tires, it can get gnarly out there.
Slippery, that's for sure. And there's the 71. Then he's going to try to catch up to the 25 who's out in front of him. There you go, the 04 to 25. They're going to blow right by Mark Mann. And it's up with Russ McCarron. They're going to go right by him, Adam Evans. Those guys should be able to catch up or stay on the back end of them, though, so they'll be just fine.
Yeah, this is a common thing. You get a group come out 4 or 5 cars, and you say the leader is just him and himself. That big group's just going to go blow right by you. You don't stand a chance, but then you and your partner, you'll catch up to them, and you're back on the lead pack.
And you see on the track map up there, I mean, it's definitely starting to spread this field out. You have 1, 2, 3, you got 4 distinct packs, it looks like. You have this pack, the lead pack. Behind them, you have Chris Whitaker leading a pack of a couple cars. Then behind that, you have Russ Hancock and a couple cars. And then you have Paul Servant and Daniel Holloway. We're about 3/4 of a lap behind the leaders. They need a caution. Still have about 36 laps to go, too. 35 at the start-finish line.
And you know they're sitting there talking with their teammates saying, oh, I want a caution, I want a caution. Because, you know, we both have said it. God, I could use a caution. God, I could use a caution. Sometimes he looks there and gives it to you. Sometimes he just likes to laugh at you.
Exactly. And if you're Sean, JD, Casey, you don't want that caution. You want to put the 3, the 88, and the 21 a lap down or further laps down. So you guys they're single file right now. There's Mark Mann's up there on the top line, Michael Hinton, but they're going to play it safe. They don't want that caution to come out. They want to keep this lead that they fought for so far this first 45 laps.
And I mean, if they're smart, they just line up together and just use the draft and pull away from these smaller packs, you know, and then they could be fighting it out at the end.
Looks like that move they just did. They're going to have that second group will come join them here pretty soon. Chris Whitaker in the 41 and the 30 car. Donald Bennett should be coming up there too. Looks like the 27 Sean Stevens has lost this little bit of the draft, so he might could fall back there with the 46. David Overstreet. There's this group right here. Chris Whitaker, Dan Harrington, and Todd Poston.
And they're sitting in a good spot. You know, they don't need to push it. The three of those, they can catch the lead pack if need be, like they're doing right now. And they're going to be contenders for this. You know, we're on lap 47 of 80. We still got a long way to go.
There's Donald Bennett in the 30 cars. Just taking it easy. By himself. He has some cars behind him. Behind him, you got Sean Stevens in the 27. And there's a group of cars right there. They come up on Sean quick. But he'll get in the back end of them there. There he goes. Stay on this lead lap. Les Levy. Got Isaac Wilson, David Overstreet, Chris Akers. They're just fighting to stay together. They're going to gobble up the 30 car here in short order. But everyone's chasing. Oh, there's an incident right there. We got caution. Probably should come out. There it is. Looked like someone got into JD Crow. He collected it, but he definitely went around. I'm going to find that. Go back a little bit and see if we can't find it. Right here, you see Casey Gilchrist behind him. Oh, it's up there. Chris Whitaker got loose. Spun the 51. That's unfortunate. Yeah, well, Chris Whitaker came down a little bit on the 63, which got him into the 51. So a little bit of damage. Yellow flag comes out. That helps quite a few cars catch up to this pack.
This was that caution that people were in their team radio saying, we need a caution, we need a caution.
They got it. So we'll see what happens now. Everyone's going to come in. You're going to have this pit stop and one more. That should be good enough. There's JD Crow. Fort Worth, Texas. Severe damage there. He's going to have to go in and get a fast repair. Right now your leader, though, is Russ McCarron in the 23. Second place is 71, Sean McCara. And then JD Crow.
I believe Daniel Holloway is going to be the recipient of the lucky dog.
He will most certainly be lucky to get it after that accident. Not have a yellow come out for you. Russ McCarron leads him down pit lane. Todd Poston stayed out. It looks like he might be trying to get a wave around. Russ McCarron's going to lead him out of pit road. There's Todd Poston, the 31. He's caught the tail into he's at the start finish line. Pace car is in turn 3 right now. Alright, down the backstretch, apologize for that. Again, this caution came out when the 41 got into the 63 and got the 51 into the wall. So Chris Whitaker just came down a little bit too close to Michael Hinton. Caused incident. No, not a lot of severe damage. I mean, JD Crow did probably have to use a fast repair to get his car in order, but yeah, you see JD back there. His car looks nice and clean now. He's lost 4 positions since the start. He was our pole setter.
Gotta love those fast repairs, though. Come in, your car's all beat up. You leave, and it looks like it's right off the floor at the shop.
Exactly. Makes super speedway racing a little more exciting. Looks like we're going to go green here next time by. Everyone's starting to get formed up behind pace car. There you see the number 30 car, Donald Bennett. Looks like he's going to be in about 6th position.
So it looks like our top 19s are all going to be on the lead lap. Chris Akers is going to be the first car a lap down.
You go Paul Servant in the back of the field. Daniel Holloway, Chris Akers, Russ Hancock, all those guys topping off as we get ready to go green. We have to get formed up. The pace car is in turn 3. Coming down off turn 4, pace car should go into the pits here. And then Russ McCarron in the 23 is going to watch for that green flag. Get ready to go green. And there we go. Russ McCarron going to lead him. Chris Whitaker getting a great push from 13 to Casey Gilchrist. Can he make that move? And he can. He gets in front of Russ before they get to turn 1. Still a bit too much of a gap between the 23 and the 71. Russ just could not keep it out front. And now Donald Bennett's going to lead that top line as Casey Gilchrist slides in behind Russ McCarron.
Yeah, just Donald wasn't there to be able to help Casey. Now he's getting a good push from David Overstreet on the high line.
See that gap there between the 23 and the 13, that's going to slow that bottom line down. Going to get that top line up there towards the front. We'll see if Donald Bennett can lead a lap. It's going to be tight here at the start-finish line. Nope. Chris Whitaker is going to lead it, but Donald Bennett has a great shove from the 46, and the 04 is right there too. Trying to get Donald out there in the front. Chris Whitaker slides up a little bit. Donald's coming down a little bit, trying to get a little side draft, stall that momentum out. Can't quite get it done. These guys have one more pit stop, and then they should be good to go to the finish. Donald still with a great push, just cannot clear Chris Whitaker in the 41.
Yeah, Russell McCarron is definitely giving Chris huge pushes through the corners. You tell when he's been pushing a lot. He needs to get that car out, get some air in it, because it's probably overheating.
Here comes Daniel Holloway on the 3 wide there outside of Mark Mann, the 3rd lane. He has help coming. The 63, Michael Hinton, is coming, that Skittles car. He's sliding back as he's had no one with him. Got a little bit more help. Zach Fritsch coming behind the 63, but that looks like he's got a little bit of a gap there. Shouldn't be much help for a while. Donald Bennett still trying to get out front, get in front of Chris Whitaker. Getting a nice shove there by the 46, just can't quite make it happen. Down towards turn 1 they go, side by side. It's a drag race down the backstretch as Chris Whitaker leads a little bit behind the 30 car, but I don't think the 30 car can clear Chris. Bennett's trying, getting that good shove, and he's going to slide right down in front of Chris Whitaker and take the lead for the first time tonight. In the 30 mobile, Donald Bennett. And now it's David Overstreet's turn. Works some magic with Mark Mann. Chris Whitaker giving him a heck of a shove down the front stretch. Down into turn number 1. Will it be enough to hold off David Akers? Had a great run there down that front stretch.
And as I look in the back, to the back of the field, you got Paul Servant, Dana Osborne, Chris Akers. They're all in the back just kind of riding, along with Russell Hancock, Daniel Holloway, Zach Fritsch, Les Levy, all just kind of riding around, just trying to get the laps in because we got 25 to go here tonight at Daytona.
Here you go. Chris Whitaker slides up in front of David Overstreet. He wants to get around Donald Bennett and lead again. And a great shove. He should be able to make it happen here going into turn number 1. And there he goes. Slides right. Oh. Donald really had to check up there. Otherwise, he would have bunted him right into the wall. A little give and take. 24 laps to go. If it was 2 laps to go, I don't know if he would have got that grace. He probably would have got pushed to the wall. Down the back stretch they go. Bennett giving Whitaker a nice shove. David Overstreet wants Mark Mann to get closer to get him up there towards the front. It's too wide, about 10 cars back. Good, clean, hard race, and David Overstreet finally able to get in front of Chris Whitaker. As we go into turn 1, he's going to lead a lap now. Mark Mann now leading that top line. And Mark Mann 4th in points. Chris Whitaker is going to slide in front of him. This point, Mark just wants to stay up front. What a shove there by the 04. The 41 have no problem getting in front.
They're both going to clear the... Wow, that was a shot.
That was a lot of gap there between the 30 and 83. That just killed the momentum of that bottom line. Just killed it. Now that top line, Adam Evans, and up there pushing Dan Harrington towards the front. Adam, a little more steady, Adam. Come on, buddy.
Ooh.
He's all over the place. Harrington's shaking in his socks right now.
It's going to be interesting to see when we come to about 18, 17 laps to go if anybody's going to try to short pit.
Yeah, remember, these guys, they have about 17, 18 laps of green flag in their tanks. So we're about 4 laps away from that. There are green and white checkers, though, so you're playing. Oh, there's contact there between 25 and the 82. Got some sideways. But everyone able to collect it, and we keep going. This is the second time Dan Harrington has had someone get into him to make him seriously loose. We talked about the 25 a little bit, just all over the place on the 82's bumper. That just spells disaster.
Yeah, I think Dan's just kind of sitting there saying, you know, this isn't worth getting crashed. And he's just pulled himself out of there and he's dropping back.
Yeah, it's about time. Collect your thoughts. You got one more pit stop. You know you can go up front. You can race up there. Maybe you don't like the guy behind you, the one that's pushing you. So you just go back and do a little reset and go back up to the front. Right now it's Chris Whitaker, Adam Evans on the outside being pushed by Russ McCarron. 20 laps to go here tonight. NSRA Sunday Select at Daytona, race number 9 of this season. Still about 8 races until the chase begins on November 7th. Chris Whitaker leads them still down the backstretch. The 25 of Evans, the 23 of McCarron trying to join together and get up front. Pretty soon you're going to start seeing them slide down, getting closer and closer to pit stops.
We're about 6 laps away from when they would need to be coming into pit, and we're just about coming into the window to be able to finish the race, barring there's any cautions. So it's going to definitely be interesting to see if anybody plays pit strategy games here.
If you haven't been up front very much tonight and you want to take a gamble, this is the time to do it. Chris Whitaker continues to lead a marked man right there behind him. And David Overstreet in the 46 right there. Coming up on a lap car. Looks like Ricky Bobby in the 62. He's going to stay high, it looks like.
That's going to put Les 2 laps down.
Ooh, David Overstreet got loose there coming off of turn 2. He's able to straighten her out, but that's going to give Adam Evans and Russ McCarron maybe a little bit of a shot. Nope, can't make it happen down the backstretch. There's the 35, Isaac Wilson. Right there in your picture, the 30, Donald Bennett. So here we go, 18 laps to go. Let's see if we get some cars sliding down into pit road here next time by. They have enough gas for a few more laps, but like we've been talking about, Rick, they may slide in for some strategy. Oh, Adam Evans loose and into the wall. Whoa.
He was flipping and ducking and weaving there.
It was all over. Let's take a look at that. This is the caution everyone wanted. Now everyone's going to pit together. Let's take a look at what happened. He's had Russ behind him. Russ is trying to give him a shot into turn number 1. Oh, and he came down in front of Whitaker, and he wasn't clear. That was just like the Donald Bennett move. Donald slowed down a little bit, I think it was Whitaker, gave him grace there. Chris wasn't feeling it as much. We're getting closer and closer to the end. Sometimes, hey, if you're not clear, don't come cut my nose off.
Yeah, that was definitely probably one of those situations where the spotter said clear, and then, Chris filled that gap really quick. Probably got a shot from the back. When you're going for that lead and you're dropping down, you really got to just make sure you're clear. It's tough. It's tough. You want to lead that lap, but now he's using a fast repair. 16 to go.
Right there, just wasn't quite clear. And now Whitaker has damage on that back end. We'll see if he comes in. Fix that up. That might be one you don't use a fast repair. Well, he does have some front end damage too. It looks like it's crinkled up pretty bad.
He's got front. I think he's got some rear damage. You get 16 to go. If you have a fast repair remaining, I think you just use it. But I think the interesting thing to be is, and we haven't talked about this, is tires. Because on these tracks, you don't really use up the tires as much. But with 16 to go, maybe getting yourself a pair of fresh Goodyears might help you gain a spot or two.
If it was me, I would do gas on the right sides. I wouldn't touch the left.
Yeah. Depending on my mood, I might take all 4. Depending on if I haven't changed any throughout the whole race. If I have touched the lefts, I might just do rights. It's hard to say.
So there's Whitaker, used his fast repair, got left side tires and gas, and he's out of there. Mark Mann did the same thing, left side's gas, and he's out of there. That's why I don't race anymore. I don't know. We've done the opposite. Isaac Wilson right there in 3rd, Michael Hitton, Shane Bosey in 5th right there.
And what a race that was out of the pits between Mark Mann and Chris Whitaker. And I thought Mark got him, but it looks like at the scoring loop it was Chris Whitaker.
Looks like the 4 car got the lucky dog there. That's what it looks like on the map.
Yeah, I'm showing showing the 19 and the 20 back on the lead lap. So Les Levy, the only one 2 laps down. And Adam Evans and Anthony English all laps down.
Yeah, Adam had to tow, I think, after that incident, so he's going to be at least 2-3 laps down because of that.
Yeah, and it looks like we have 2 cars that are no longer racing, and that's going to be Anthony English and Ben Pedersen.
Dan Harrington needs to get out of the pits so he doesn't go a lap down. He's getting serviced down there. He goes. Looks like he wants to keep his fast repairs to let the crew do as much repairs as they could get done before the pace car came back by.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do this late in the race if I still had a fast repair, just because if you're not going to get 100% from repairing it on the pits like you are going to get with a fast repair. So I would have just used my fast repair. Car would have been 100%, and you would have been in a better situation. But that's just me. That's why I'm in the booth and not on the track.
He seems to know these races pretty well. We have, 14 laps to go. I think we're good for at least 1 or 2 more cautions.
Yeah, you're probably right, but we get a nice clean race to the end.
Would be nice. Right now, Mark Mann is your leader. Well, Chris Whitaker is your leader, sorry. You let him off a pit road. A picture like that. Whew. Mr. Officer Chris Whitaker. Well, he's not a police officer. His nice shades he's got working there. So Chris Whitaker, Mark Mann, your front row. Isaac Wilson right behind him in row 2 on the inside. Outside of Isaac is 63, Michael Hinton. Inside row 3, Shane Posey. Sitting right outside of him, Casey Gilchrist. Then you have Sean McCarr in row 4. Outside Sean, the 46, David Overstreet. And on the inside of row 5, Mr. Holloway is back in your top 10. You'll have Donald Bennett alongside him. That's your top 10 as we go to green. Coming up, pace car dives down to the pit road. Chris Whitaker is going to lead him. Green, green, green. He needs some help from the 35. He needs that help, but Mark Mann did not get a good start.
He had no help with the push, but now he's getting it.
Now Isaac Wilson kind of behind the 41. So Mark can take advantage of this if he can get a nice shove. But it's hard right now. 13 laps to go. Everyone's good on gas. No problems with gas right now. It's like Sean McCarr trying to push Michael. The 63 is pushing the 04. They want to get Mark Mann up front, and he's getting closer and closer. There's very little give and take anymore. We're almost 10 laps to go. So close to the end right now. As Mark Mann is able to clear, and he'll dive down. Looks like he might be waiting for the 63. Oh, both those guys can go. And here comes Sean McCarr and Casey Gilchrist. As Chris Whitaker is relegated to about 5th position after leading that lap. Down the backstretch they go. The 04, Mark Mann. Sean McCarr alongside him. Sean trying to duck down in front of Mark. Might be, cannot clear him. Down to turn 4, side by side. Some nice, good, clean racing right now. These guys. Sean McCarr finally clears Mark off of turn 4. And he'll lead that lap. He needs those points. Championship. And now Casey Gilchrist getting a shove by J.D. Crow. J.D. Crow giving him a heck of a push down the front stretch into turn number 1. See some heavier and heavier side drafting here coming up probably as we get to the last 10 laps. Daniel Holloway looking to go 3 wide. Nope, he's going to come back down. Sean McCara leads him. Mark Mann right behind him. Casey Gilchrist on that first car in that top line. Now Daniel Holloway has Russ McCarron, Todd Poston, Shane Posey to help him. Now Shane dives back down to that middle lane. We'll see if Holloway, McCarron, and Poston can make that top line work. It's caused a little bit of chaos up there at the front as they had a great shove there towards the front.
If they can set that up, they're going to be able to pass those guys 3 and 3. They should have no problem doing it, but
They should, but they are all over the place.
yeah, they are.
Everyone's just having a hard time keeping it straight tonight, it looks like. Todd Poston a little too far back of Russ McCarron right now to get them going. And then Overstreet fell back a little bit from Jade. Gosh, they are tight there off of 4. Wow. You saw Overstreet go to that low line now, so Gilchrist and Crow are all alone in that middle lane. See what happens. Casey gets into the 71. They're able to get away from each other. That was almost... Go ahead.
That's what Holloway needed, just, them touching and slowed him down, and he was able to have that run, and now he's out in the point.
He's got the lead. Daniel Holloway. Again, Daniel was involved in an incident. Was below the yellow line. So lap down. He's back up front. But here comes Sean McCara. Russ McCarron up top on that third lane now. 9 laps to go. Mark is giving it all he got to the 71. Trying to get him back to victory lane would be his second win for Sean McCara. Mark Mann looking for his first win of the season. Daniel Holloway getting a shove from a 13, getting a little sideways. Yeah, these guys, they may have only taken half their tires, left sides only. Mark Mann loose almost into 13. Here comes JD Crow. This is some close racing. Stressful. Oh, there's an incident right there. The caution is out. 8 laps to go. See what happened with Sean.
Oh, they're still wrecking into each other. Oh, the 63 is on his roof.
21 got a little bit extra push from a 13. That caused it right there. Go back and take a look at that. Right there, just got into Mark Mann, into Sean McCara, Casey Gilchrist, 46 with heavy damage in the front. And Sean McCara gets it fired back up. Track hoping to get around. Looks like his engine's smoking. There's the 41, the 14. Looks like the 4 has some damage.
Wonder if that was a case of the pusher getting pushed, and it just kind of accordion affected there.
Didn't look like it. It looked like just the 13 just gave him too much of a shove off of turn 2. These guys have, who knows how old these tires are on some of these guys. And it just turned Holloway enough to get him to dive down to that car below him. But there's Holloway. Got himself a fast repair. Got himself back out front. Oh, he's not as fast repair. He's all sorts of damaged. So we'll see what happens. Remember, Holloway is second in points, so points are important to him. Wants to stay up front, wants to pass DJ Mitchell and be the points leader. Again, DJ Mitchell, the 61 car, not here tonight.
Oh, there he goes. He's going in the pits now.
Got Todd Post and Russ McCarron going with him.
I think a lot of these guys might take a little bit of fuel just in case for that green-white checker.
See what Holloway does. Overshot his pits a little bit, but he's taking the fast repair. Maybe put a drop or 2 of gas in. Russ McCarron's going to beat him out. Mark Mann is going to beat him out. Then there's Chris Akers behind him too. And in the lead, the 88, Dana Osborne.
With Paul right next to him. Two guys that have just been running in the back, not a care in the world. 6 to go. They're in the front.
Dana, as they call him on Candy Shack, the noob, Osborne, leading this race. He's led quite a few races this season. Got that Chips Ahoy Navy car truck up front. But all bets are off when we go back to green flag racing. You never know what you're going to get. But he does have his teammate, like you said, Paul Servant, right there with him.
And I believe both these guys are looking for a win this season. I don't think Dana's won yet this year, or has he?
He has not.
So you get two guys hungry for a win, very much capable of winning at any of the super speedway tracks we go to. This should definitely be an interesting last 5 laps or so.
See if anyone comes in for pits here. I think may see someone, maybe not. We have a 12 car, but he's several laps down. So Dana Osborne going to lead him. Paul Servant in second. Russ Hancock, Isaac Wilson, and Sean Stevens round out your top 5. Then have Russ McCarron, Mark Mann, Daniel Holloway, Chris Akers, and the 30 car, Donald Bennett, is in 10th. Right now, the man is the 88, Dana Osborne.
The top 5 did not pit. From 6th on back has pitted. So it definitely should be interesting to see how this goes.
I would think if we had both green-white checkers being used, then the top 5 may have an issue with gas. But we'll have to see. We're going to go green with 4 to go. I would expect some pretty aggressive driving here on out. We're going to see how long it takes for someone to go 3 wide. I would think the 21, the 23 might jump up there pretty quick, and the 21 will probably help him so he can get up there with his teammates.
Oh, I was going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if you see the 21 up there by the time we hit turns 1.
Yeah, I think Russ sees that too, and I think Russ McCarron, the 23, knows he needs to stay in front of the 21. We'll see what happens. He doesn't have any. Well, he does have a teammate. The 35 is his teammate right in front of him. So we'll see if the wrecking ball can help him out. Pace car is about to dive in as they're all lined up now. We'll go green with 4 to go. Here we go. NSRA Sunday Select. Green flag is out. Dana leads them. Russ Hancock hangs way back of Dana. And no help either for Paul Servant. These guys might be able to hook up. We'll see. Nope. They're going to be side by side going to turn number 1. Russ Hancock gets right behind Dana. Give him a shove now. See how long before that third lane comes in. Nothing yet. As we go down the backstretch. Still early. 4 to go. They still have plenty of time. Here comes Todd Poston. Almost threw it all the way in the wall. Paul Servant, though, getting a good push from the 35. He might be able to clear Dana. He will. If he wants it, he can have it. He's going to stay up top. May necessitate. Oh, gosh, they're going to kill each other. Oh, there it is. Caution is going to come out. It just looked like the 88 and the 3 had a little bit of a problem there.
I think that's a situation where when your teammates, and instead of just coming down, you were trying to keep the 2 of you in the front, and it kind of just bit you in the butt right there.
Yeah, the 88 just came up into the 3, and then he lost his momentum, and the 35 hit him, and that was it. Yeah, they definitely tried to hook both those lines up and control the action, and they just couldn't do it. I think you're right, Rick. Back to yellow flag, and Dana's going to stay up there. We're going to go green-white checker here. This will be our first one, I believe. Several good cars involved there. Chris Akers in the pits. Adam Evans in the pits. Russ McCarron got crashed.
I think it's going to be easier for us to say who was not involved in that accident.
I think the 343 got lucky. The 35 clipped the 3 car when he slowed down, so I don't see much damage there on the 35 car, so he should be all right. It looks like Mark Mann's all right as well. So it looks like the top 6 stayed out. So Dana Osborne, Russ Hancock, Isaac Wilson, Mark Mann, Michael Hinton, Dan Harrington. Those 6 stayed out. Everyone else came down.
Dan Harrington looks like a genius for backing out earlier in the race, because with this crash happen, he made it through this crash with, I don't think he touched anybody.
And you see his car, the 82 car. Let's go to Dan Harrington. He was banged up earlier. His car is clean, so he's used a fast repair. Now his car is clean for the finish, so. Good old Dan Harrington. Let's see if he can get a top 5, maybe get a win tonight.
He's definitely in position. I mean, he's sitting there 6th place. You got to think the leader has some sort of damage, so it'll definitely be an interesting restart.
Pace car lights are off, so we're going green next time by. Dana Osborne going to lead that bottom line. Outside line going to be led by the 343. Russ Hancock, and he's got Mark Mann behind him. Mark Mann's got some rear end damage right there. The 88 probably has a little bit of damage from that last contact. The 35 might have a little bit of damage. He got his fender into the 3 car. So we'll see what happens here as we go green. Our first green-white checker tonight. Exciting thing to see if Dana can get a win this year. Can Russ Hancock get a win? Always like to thank Russ when we mention him on the air as a first responder. So thank you, Russ, for all you do for all of us out there. Pace car's about to go down into pit lane as we get ready to go. Dana's going to lead him to the green flag here. See who gets the good push. This green flag is out. Dana with a great start there. So here goes Russ, though, right outside. Mark Mann giving him a shove. Isaac Wilson, though, staying with the 88. Paul Servant going 3 wide immediately. It's got Shane Posey right behind him. Let's see what Casey Gilchrist going to jump up. Paul gives him a nice little shove, but he had to back off a little bit. There's the top line coming with Casey Gilchrist in the 13. Russ Hancock, though, getting a great shove from 04. But the 3 car, one of the best pushers in our league, pushing that 13 car. Casey gets out in front of Russ. And now Casey is side by side with Dana Osborne. 2 laps to go. Coming down close to the white flag. Paul Servant's into the wall. Shane Posey into Paul. Let's see if it stays green. There's all kinds of avoiding. And we're down. The white flag is out. No caution. Casey Gilchrist on the outside getting pushed by Russ Hancock. Mark Mann right there, third line on the up lane. Dana Osborne, though, strong on that bottom lane. Isaac Wilson staying with Dana right now. It's his best bet right now is stay there, stay there. Let's wait till we get him off of Ford, see what happens. Isaac slides up. Ooh.
Big push by Russell Hancock.
There, got Casey up front. They're raking behind. Dan Harrington wrecked behind. Dana Osborne wrecking behind. It's between Casey Gilchrist and Russ Hancock. Oh, they're going to crash. Oh, my gosh. Now it's Sean Stevens. He's your leader right now. Todd posted in second. He gets wrecked. Oh, man. Sean Stevens is going to win. Dana Osborne will come home second. Chris Whitaker third. Wow.
That was just within 200 feet. We had 3 people in the lead, maybe even more. That was just crazy.
That was insane. That a finish. And your winner though tonight, there it is. At 27, Sean Stevens wins the race tonight. Dana Osborne comes in second. Chris Whitaker comes in third.
Daniel Harrington, Paul Savant, Donald Bennett, Sean Macara, Mikkel Hinton, Mark Mann, and Todd Poston round out your top 10.
We are here with our... Oh, wrong guy, sorry. We're here with our winner, Sean Stevens in the 27. Sean, how about that finish, man?
Man, I tell you, that was a wild one. Cars or trucks everywhere.
I mean, where were you in that coming out of 4? How far back were you?
I was a ways back because I got into Michael Hinton and slowed me down, and then I just looked up and seen the front 2 go to the inside, and I was like, wow, I'm going to win this.
Wild finish, man. How was the racing though before that? I mean, it seemed like there were patches where the racing was pretty good. Seemed a little aggressive there towards the beginning. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was a little aggressive on the pushing, but I got caught up, got some front end damage, slowed me down more than what I thought, and I had to use that second car there. But yeah, like you said, in the middle there, it was calmed down, everybody settled down, and then it ratcheted right back up.
Man, well, this is going to help you a lot. You were sitting 12th in points, 1 point ahead of 13th, so this will help a ton, get you a win. If one more win, you automatically qualify for the chase. Any shout-outs here before we get you back up to your team?
Yep, give you guys a shout-out up there in the booth. You guys do an excellent job. My teammates from Meteor Racing, Dan Harrington and Donald Bennett. We was on TeamSpeak all night trying to work with each other. And just the fans out there watching.
Man, well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week at iRacing Super Speedway.
Yep, see you. Thanks.
Dana, man, second place. You were leading coming off of turn 3. I mean, what did you see happen there off what got you caught up?
A little bit of pushing too hard, but it's all good, man. It's just racing, you know.
It's a crazy, crazy last half a lap, man. You're able to come out second. I mean, it looked like you were gonna finish 15th, and everyone else was crashing in front of you. So good job finishing in second. I mean, how'd you like the race tonight?
It was good. I want to apologize to Paul. I mean, I came up on him on lap 79, I believe. It just like it pulled me into him and it wrecked him, So my apologies to him.
What now? Were you guys playing? I mean, it looked like to me and Rick that you guys were playing a little cat and mouse there. Like you guys were trying to, you were going to stay on the bottom line. He was going to stay on the top line. Is that what you guys were trying?
Yeah, we was just gonna hold the
Yeah,
low line and the middle line. That's all we was gonna do.
that's the way to do it. Yeah, he just got that little bit of a bump. It just caused an incident. But man, it was a great race tonight, Dana. I mean, it's good to talk to you again. I've been talking to you a lot here on the podium, so you're doing good. You're in top 10 in points. This is going to help you move up into points. So we'll go next week to iRacing Super Speedway and see you then.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, Dana. I'm going to hand this over to Mr. Greenaway.
Chris Whitaker with a solid third place finish. How was how was your race today? You seemed like you're up front, went to the back, up to the front. Seemed solid day for you.
Yeah, I wish it would have been a little bit cleaner of a race, but it's a solid third place finish for 3 wide. We'll take it, move on in the points. Just try to get to the championship.
No, it's exactly it. You got to look big picture. There's a lot of racing still to go. It seemed at point times it was a little tough out there. You did have a nice long green flag run in the middle of the race. Is that kind of how it went? Rough beginning, rough end?
Yeah, everybody kind of settled down towards the middle. And then it started getting real racy towards the end, and I actually finished with a meatball for a truck. I think it'd do like 150, and that was it. I just made it through the wreck and come home third.
Sometimes it doesn't matter what the truck looks like at the end as long as you get to finish. Anybody you want to thank, knowledge out there?
You got Isaac, Todd Poston, DJ, Russell McCarron, Russell Hancock. I mean, the whole team, just a bunch of great guys.
Well, all right, bud. Congratulations on the third place finish, and we'll see you next week over at iRacing Super.
All right, see you then.
Well, Rick, what'd you think of that race?
It was a typical Daytona race. It seems like you'll get that caution early, then we'll have a nice long green flag run, and then it's wreckers or checkers at the end.
Yeah, had moments. There was like you were saying to Chris. I mean, the beginning was kind of rough. And at the end, I mean, the middle was kind of settled down. Good green flag racing, and then in the end, all bets are off. No one gives any room, and they're fighting for the win. It happens. And good win though for Sean. Get him a win for the season. Move him up into point standings in the top 10 possibly. And we'll go back and look it over. These guys will see what to do and come back next week strong at iRacing Super Speedway here at NSRA Sunday Select. Any final words, Rick?
No, I'm good tonight. It's definitely was a typical Daytona, and next week at iRacing is going to be a whole different ball game. High speeds, wide track, 4-5 wide, leads changing 13 times just going into the back stretch. It's going to be a fun day.
I agree, man. I want to thank you for joining me in the booth, and I look forward to doing this the rest of the season. It was a lot of fun. I'm sure I'll get better handing stuff off. I'm so used to it all myself. So thank you very much, Rick. Thanks for all your help with everything. I mean, we're going to put a great package together for everyone to watch here on the Victory Lane Broadcasting channel. Like Rick said earlier, go out to Twitch, go out to Facebook, YouTube, subscribe, and hopefully we'll start broadcasting some different racing series as well. Love the NSRA Sunday Select. We'll see if we can get some more in there, but it's a good race tonight. Sean Stevens with your victory in the 27 car. Next week we go to iRacing Super Speedway. Thanks for watching.